All right, seventh grade. We are going to begin the year with a really cool project that is fun and easy, and it is based on the notion of op art, which is short for optical art, because optics means eyes, and these drawings have an sort of play with your vision. As you can see, this is like a moving image, right? It's just lines that the artist put down in black on white paper, but you can see that it's actually vibrating, and that you can see op art because it's actually moving. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you just a few op art examples, not very long, just a few, and then I'm going to explain a little bit about the lesson. So here we have another optical illusion. This is a flat piece of paper, but the artist using black ink and some pencil, both regular pencil and white charcoal pencil. This artist was able to make this look absolutely three-dimensional. An optical illusion. That's a totally flat image. You could roll a pencil across it, right? But it's actually just been done so clever, in such a clever way that it really looks 3D. So this all started with Julian Sanchez, who was one of the first artists in the 1960s to exhibit this kind of work in a gallery in New York. And nobody knew what to call it. And so some critic that was looking at the work and writing about it coined it the phrase of being op art. So you can see this is a little less dramatic, but there's a sense that this thing is coming out toward us. So he also used a lot of color in his work. So that's where it started. We won't do a long art history lesson. I just wanted you to know that this approach to art making is a genre. It's a given genre, just like there's Fauvism and abstract expressionism. This is a form of abstract art that it really took the art world by storm, and continues to have an impact on viewers, and so it's still very popular. So look at this great drawing, right? The sense that there's an opening in this piece of paper, and that's all done with black and white, black ink on white paper, and then a pencil was taken to shade this so that it felt like there was a light source. Whenever you want something to feel three-dimensional, it needs to have light and shadow, and that's what this artist has done. I'm going to show you one more here. Look at this one. This really vibrates and moves. It sort of dances back and forth. All those rings are visually moving. I thought I would show you an extreme case of op art. And then this is the theory. This is a professional piece, but this is what we're going to try to do. We're going to make a drawing in which there appears to be a sphere bulging out of the paper, something that will look kind of like this. Although I think this artist could have shaded this a little better. This doesn't feel as three-dimensional as it could because they didn't pick a side of this sphere to be highlighted. They kind of shaded it all the same. So look at the difference between these two op art pieces. On the left, those circles, it's kind of a cool drawing, actually. It's got its own merit in a way. But we're going for what you see on the right. We don't want those circles to feel flat. We want them to feel like a sphere. And just to show you how shading can really make a difference, here we have a drawing, and you can see what the artist did. They came over with a straight line, and then they arched, and then they kept going. And they did that all the way along to make that hand design. And then I'm showing you a different example, but the student on the right used colored pencils and darkened wherever they thought there would be a shadow. And so suddenly that hand looks even more three-dimensional. So here's what we're going for. There's a wonderful tutorial. It's 6 minutes long. The link is here in the presentation, but it's also in my NA under this assignment. So you can go there and watch it. It's very fast. And you can even, they speed it up. So at first you're like, oh no, that we're going to watch this guy draw in all these squares. No, they speed it up so that you're not sitting there watching him meticulously color in the squares with the black ink. And we're going to use, you can use black and white, but I also encourage you to use color. I'm going to have a packet of colored Sharpies for you, which you can do as well. And you'll notice at the end of the presentation that the artist, after he finishes all the filling in with the black, he then goes in with a white charcoal pencil, which I'll provide you with at the end, and a regular graphite pencil, and picks a light source, and then adds a highlight to the ball and adds a shadow down on the other side of the ball. And it looks so real. So this is a great way to start the year. It's easy, it's fun. You're going to have success if you just follow the formula of how it's made. And then I'll have a great time looking at all these, and maybe we'll share them with the community if we feel comfortable to do so. All